Coming up later this week in Jefferson County to honor victims of crime. Now it's a chance for people in the community to come together and support one another. And Chris Castillo with the Jefferson County Crime Victims Coalition, he joins us in studio this morning to talk more about the upcoming event, what it means for victims' families. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for being here. So you're a member of this coalition. Just tell us what this event's all about.
Well, the event is to bring people together who are victims of crime and to make them feel like they're not alone. And what we do annually is we light a candle for each type of crime that has been committed against an individual. And we get a lot of people out there, and like I had told you earlier, we get a lot of new people every year. But and that's kind of sad, but we try to be there to support them and help them on their journey. And we also have another event later on in the year, which is called the Tree of Angels, which is we trim a tree with the pictures or ornaments to represent our loved ones who've been lost.
You know this all too well. I think that you yourself are someone who've had, is connected to someone who was a victim of violent crime. How lonely can it be? You know, how important is it for an organization like this to have this sort of camaraderie-ship with one another?
Well, I think a lot of people think that they're the only ones that this happened to ever. And that's why it's so important that you find kindred spirits and support from people in the community who've been through a similar incident. And it really helps them, I think, to see that they survived and I can survive, and it gives them support, and they can talk to each other and talk to somebody who has been through something similar.
How long have you been involved in this, and what has it meant to you over the years?
It's been more than 20 years. My mother died in 1991. She was killed in her home in Houston, and it was just, it was very devastating for me. And I covered I was working for the Enterprise, I think, at the time, and I covered the vigil, and then I started going every year to help out. And so I got on the committee that puts this together, and I've been there longer than a lot of people who work there.
No, I've certainly met people who've either been victims themselves or had victims, and you know, a lot of times you think, you know, maybe they're going to be okay or whatnot, but without communities like this, without organizations like this, you know, a lot of times people are kind of off by themselves. Tell us a little bit about this event that's coming up. It's going to be Thursday night.
Yes, it's going to be at 6 o'clock in the jury and paneling room at the Jefferson County Courthouse, 1149 Pearl Street. And we invite the public to come, and we'll have candles there for them to light if they have lost someone or if they're a victim of any type of crime. And in addition to that, we have refreshments and music going on through the ceremony, and refreshments out afterwards.
Excellent.
Is what we're going to do.
Well, Chris, very important work that you and your organization do, and thank you so much for talking to us about it this morning, and I hope you all have a great turnout Thursday night at the Jefferson County Courthouse.
Thank you. I appreciate you having us.
You're very welcome.